My name is Shannon Mondu. I am the event creative and crazy Canuck who came up with the idea for Canadiana Fest, which is a celebration of all things Canada right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan on September 21st, 2024. And this is my dear friend and mixologist, Christy Potts. Say hi, Christy.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Christy and I are here to share something with you very special. And as you know, Canada is a very special place, especially in my heart. And we wanted to create something that was an extra special memory for people who came to our Royal Canadian VIP tent at the festival. So we designed a mocktail that would incorporate some things that would be kind of tongue-in-cheek because, you know, after all those forest fires, a lot of people in America had to deal with the smoke. And so that was unfortunate for them. And we thought, oh, okay, that's all behind us now. We can kind of make fun of it. Kind of like how Canadians like to make fun of ourselves. But, you know, as we got closer to the festival, we began to realize that the fires in Canada had actually become really terrible. And I found out that Jasper was burning and decided that in all good conscience, we couldn't make money off of selling this mocktail. So what we did was we went to two of our sponsors and asked them for their help to help us create something that we could actually benefit the people who are struggling and suffering. We just couldn't make money off of someone else's misfortune. So we went to our sponsors, Clearly Canadian, who have been absolutely phenomenal. They're a great company. They support good deeds, and they donate Clearly Canadian for us to sell at the festival and raise money for food banks. Well, we're using some of their product in our mocktail today, and we're very, very proud to be able to say that they're our sponsors. Love you guys. And also, we went to a company here in Kalamazoo called Megabev, and Megabev is donating all of the non-alcoholic whiskey for our mocktail. And we're super, super grateful for that. So today we happen to be using a mocktail, a non-alcoholic bourbon, but you can use bourbon or whiskey, whiskey being the Canadian version and bourbon being more of the American version. So do whatever feels right to you. There's nothing perfect, but we're gonna ask you to do something really special at the end of this video. So we hope you enjoy it because this mocktail is super delicious. So my friend is going to rim the glass, first of all, with some very high grade bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. And she's only doing half of the glass because, you know, you really don't always want to have the entire thing rimmed if your, guest doesn't want it have stuff on it. So anyway, we're going to rim it with what's called a bacon rim shot, but it's actually just a smoked savory salt that goes around the edge of the glass. And again, we're only doing about half of the glass, and that way your drinker can choose if they want a little bit or a lot or go back to it, kind of make it a fun little game there. And but this doesn't really have any bacon in it, so if you're vegan or vegetarian, chillax, you're good. So now what Christy's going to do is we're going to take 2 ounces of our spirit, and that again can either be bourbon, which is primarily corn-based, as many of you would know, or whiskey, and Canada's really known for its rye whiskeys. So I think this is really kind of a fun idea here. She's going to do 2 ounces of spirit to 1 ounce of maple syrup. And I suggest that you use a B-grade maple syrup, something that's super dark, so that you get all of that mapley flavor. You want that depth of flavor to complement the non-alcoholic beverage. And she's going to throw that into a shaker glass, and then she's going to shake it up, baby, because that's how we do it. And once we've done that, we're going to pour it over our really super fancy giant ice cubes. These things are so cool. If they don't remind you of Canada, I don't know what would, but and they're nothing super fancy really. You can get the molds just about anywhere, and they're just kind of fun to play with. So she's going to shake that up, and then we're going to make ourselves a mocktail. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually smoke the mocktail with some maple chips. And this is where we kind of got tongue in cheek. We're also going to add some clearly Canadian beverage. In this case, we're going to use the citrus medley because I like that kind of lemony lime addition to it. So here you go, Christy. And once we have that done, then we're going to smoke that. And while she's smoking it, I'm going to ask you to do something really special. So we're going to be selling this at our Canadian Royal Canadian VIP tent at the Canadiana Fest on September 21st in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we're going to donate all of the proceeds to a on-the-ground organization in Canada that will help those who are suffering due to the wildfires in Alberta. And what we'd like to do is ask you to get in on the fun. So just very similar to the idea of what Pravda Brewery did back when Russia had invaded. They had asked people to take their recipes and create them and sell them and donate the proceeds to help them. We're going to ask for the same thing. We're going to ask you to take our recipe. We're going to put our recipe and the organization in the comments, and we're going to ask you to create this mocktail and sell it and send the proceeds to help the people of Alberta. So we're going to just, looks like we need a little bit more fire there, girl. Let's get the fire going.
A little bit more.
Little bit more. There we go. We're really going to smoke up the town now. Let's see what happens with this. All right. Oh, yeah, baby. Check that out. Woo! Oh, yeah. Now we got it. Now let's try it on this one. Woo! Check that out. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So we hope that you will join us in celebrating all things Canadian and helping the people of Jasper, Alberta by making our mocktail. Thanks so much, Clearly Canadian, and thanks so much, Megabev. Go ahead and make your Clearly O Canada smoked maple mocktail and help the world. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's
very good.
That's good. That's good. You want some. Whew! Good, baby. Ooh, good thing that's not alcoholic, man. I'd be on my butt by now.